Hello and welcome to another Dwarven Tavern review. This time we are doing
Good job.
the game called Drawing Dead. Now, right off the bat, I would like to say that, well, I'm Dr. Jeff Goins and we have Taverneers
Lyric.
And Josh.
Because he forgets our names.
I don't forget their names. I just like for them to do their own talking. No. I don't speak for others. And anyway, this game is it is put out by Gold Baby Games.
That's a weird name.
Gold Baby.
There's a specific name on there that
John Fiorillo.
I
don't know what that means. I'm sure this is a guy's name.
I guess he came up with the idea.
Yeah, he's probably the author thereof. But it's just this. Maybe that's the name of this box.
Every box is an individualized name.
Yeah, it's like, do you have the bill box? Anyway, it's kind of weird because the one thing that I did notice when I was reading the rules is on the back it says, "Cursed to walk both the lands of the living and that of the dead forever, unless you can." That was a good intonation, wasn't it? But let me do that over. "Cursed to walk the lands of the living and that of the dead forever, unless you can find 40 souls, excuse me. I was on discount that day. It's Black Friday. 40 souls of the damned to trade for your own. 40. And after 100 years looking, you only have 15. You suck." It doesn't say that, but you can imagine. "Your last chance is the eternal poker game at the Crossroads Saloon. A game where neither the stakes nor the other players are ordinary." Okay, that's a really cool premise, right? I thought it was a really cool premise when I read it, but that is not reflected anywhere in the game itself. I mean, the game is for a card game of poker and winning and
I mean, you could finish reading the back of the book.
I don't ever finish reading anything. "Can you lie, cheat, and steal your way to redemption? Drawing Dead is a card game. Drawing Dead is a card game in which you assume the roles of the damned using their special powers. That is not the aces you seek. Using your special
different game.
Totally to improve your own hand or weakness and weaken your opponent. If you can keep the best hand for an entire round, you win the pot, win enough, and the eternal rest is yours. Yours.
Finally get to sleep.
Finally get to sleep. The eternal card game." So I'm sure that makes sense.
This game is 2 to 4 players. It lasts 30 minutes, which I guess that just depends on how good you are at poker. And it's for 13 and up.
Yeah.
So, because there are small pieces to the game.
And some of these cards got boobies on them.
They do?
And you have to be 13 or up to appreciate boobies. Take a look at them boobies. They're not actual boobies. It's more like just cleavage in saloon girl attire.
That's
so boobs.
Zombie
boobies.
Zombie boobies.
Purgatory boobs.
Purga boobies.
So how do you play this game, Dad?
Well, you get 15 chips to start, so pass them down. Just pass them.
I'm passing.
Pass them down.
I got them.
And we got the button right there.
Ricky Love.
Ricky Love.
Can I be Ricky Love?
You cannot necessarily. You might wind up being Ricky Love.
I want to be Ricky
Okay,
Love.
so the dealer deals out 2 cards.
Nice.
To each person. Then puts cards out here.
Can we look?
And then,
Are we allowed to
look
look?
up.
Okay.
You can look up. And then the dealer deals out a card of these are called the roll cards, and just depending on who you get. Now, you start around the table. We'll start with Josh first, and you got to put up according to the rules. I'm making sure I get it right. You play. You draw 2 poker cards and a roll card on the start of your turn. So you take a roll card and a card. And these are actually real poker cards. It's a real poker deck.
Okay. Good one.
And I really like the art style.
The art style is phenomenal. It's very
really
realistic.
Really
but still kind of that cartoony look.
Okay.
Of
I thought they
it's
were-
more like comic style, like a
I thought-
grungy cartoon style.
I thought they were all like sugar skulls when I first saw them, so it's very voodoo-esque.
Yeah, they are very. It's very.
Or Haitian, I guess.
It's very southern Texas
Yeah.
style.
Mm-hmm.
After you draw, then you this is called your stash, and this is also called a stash. But from your stash, you play a roll card of your choice.
Okay.
So pick out one of your roll cards.
Maybe sitting on the
Okay.
same side of the table is
And-
not the best thing to do.
Well, yeah, but for
Video's sake.
see Josh's back in the camera. Like, oh boy, you should see this. This is great. This is a lot of fun.
No, because
Okay.
that gives a viewpoint over their shoulder.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Okay, play it face up on the card in front of you.
Okay, so this is Desert Rose. Draw 3 poker cards.
Okay. And you may take any action as many times as you choose, including none. You may play a roll card. You may play a poker card. When you play a roll card, you place it face up in front of you. Roll card's free. It is not stopped. Do what it says in the ability box and trash the card after completing the action.
Do I have a hand limit? Because it's poker.
There is a hand limit of 5. So
Does that
after,
include the character cards or the roll cards?
No,
Yeah, I have to discard down to 5.
at the end of your turn.
So
Draw 3 cards.
It's very hard not to look at their cards being
Yeah,
in this
it is,
position.
that. I'll keep that.
See, I'm really horrible
Okay.
at playing poker, so
Keep that.
this is
Now-
not in my favor at all.
Okay. Then
You
what?
take a card from a poker card from your stash and place it in front of you, and that's what's known as the up card.
Okay.
Okay. And then
Wild card.
if your hand is better than the person who has the current button, then you may claim the button.
What does the button stand
Oh,
for?
and when you play the card, you have to bet a chip.
Okay.
And you put a chip in the pot. 5?
Alright.
Wow. I think you're limited to 1, but
Oh, I'll play one.
I mean, you can. It says bet, but
I'll just play
bet a chip.
And then do I discard down to 5 after that?
And after you claim the button, you discard until you have no more than 5 up cards and 5 stash cards.
Does the discard go back into the...
Yeah,
It
this is
probably
a discard
will.
card.
I mean,
Just
yeah,
discard.
eventually.
Oh, I didn't want to them to
Alright.
smear together.
Now it's your turn. Oh, and you can claim the button since no one currently has it, so your hand is by default better.
Okay, so...
Where's your up card?
Right here.
Okay. Just want to be able to see it.
But you play one up card, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Actually, according to these rules, you may be able to play as many cards as you want, as long as there's no more than 5 on your...
Okay. And then I play a roll card. Roll call.
Yeah, you play a roll card.
Okay, it's Lorena. It is look at the top 3 cards of either the poker or the roll deck. Put one of the cards in your stash and the rest on the bottom of that deck. So,
You can pick either one.
so I'm gonna pick the roll deck. Okay, I'll keep this one, and then this goes to the bottom of the deck. So that's that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put her in the discard pile.
Yep.
And then I put down a card. Yes?
Yes.
Then, excuse me.
And it does... I'm really bad at poker, so I don't know which is the best card to use.
Well, actually, one of the cool things about this game is it comes with a guide on winning poker ranks,
Oh, cool. Okay.
which I like that a lot. It
Like
has...
3 of a kind beats 2 of a kind, and
yeah. High card, 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 of a kind, straight, flush, full house, 4 of a kind, straight flush, or royal flush. That's the order of
Okay, and we put these cards down face up?
Mm-hmm. And according to this, you can put down as many as you want.
Okay. Okay. So I'll do that next round. Wow. This is weird because normally when we play poker, the actual house hand is laid out.
Can I see this?
Yeah.
Then you play your own cards.
Right.
Relative to that.
So this is not only teaching you how to play this game, but also how to actually play poker.
Play
kind
poker, kind of. Yeah. Yeah. It is very kind of.
And then I bet.
Yep.
Oh, you got to bet every round. Okay.
That's how you play poker, yes?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to fold.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm good.
Right. So I'm getting my roll card and my 2 draws. Ooh. The monster in my stomach says. I'm going to play this card. It's called the Shifty Sisters. It is a bad guy. You choose a player. Look at their stash. You may steal a poker card and trash a poker card. Let me see your card, Claire.
Poker?
Poker card.
Just poker?
Yep. Let me see what you got there.
Trash, you don't get to keep.
Let me reiterate. You may steal a poker card and trash a poker card. I steal the 3. I trash the 10.
Damn it.
Alright.
Guess I should have played it.
Yep.
Next round.
Oh, was your hand better than his?
I got a wild card.
Yeah, I don't know if the queen is better than
Yeah, the wild card means nothing by itself.
Okay,
So yeah,
you
get the button.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play a queen and a 6. Betting 2.
This is the bet pile.
Yeah, that's the bet pile.
Okay.
Okay. And because my queen, I got a queen high and a 6, that beats queen by itself.
Okay.
So I claim the button. That button is mine.
And then we have to bet as well, yeah?
Yep. And the sisters are trash.
You put 2 down.
I don't think you have the match, do you? In poker?
Yeah.
What?
You have to match or go higher.
Yeah.
Match or raise.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Okay.
then it just starts over again?
Now here's the other thing. If your turn starts and you have the button, you win the pot. That's how you win the pot.
Okay, so it's not just about outdoing the other people at poker, because
Right.
that's what I was worried about, is that in normal poker games you don't show your cards.
Right.
So this is all about, trying to make the game as fast as possible.
Right.
So you get this?
No, because I didn't have the button when my turn started. I took
It's
it
gotta
from
go all the way
you.
So
around.
is it me then that gets the
No.
stash?
No.
So no one gets the...
No one gets
anyway.
No one gets the pot right now because he didn't have it when he started. You didn't have it when you started.
Gotcha. So the person has to keep the button.
You have to keep the button
Aye.
if nobody can beat it. And if you start a round and you've got more than you've got 40 chips or more, if you've got 40 chips or more and the button, you win the game. And your soul may rest because I will shoot you. You put your guns on the table.
Alright, so I'm going to lay down 1, 2, 4 cards.
Numbers!
And then I'm going to play the Duke. Gain 2 chips for each of your black up cards, which I have. It's kind of hard to see the color on these.
These are hearts.
Hearts
No,
are red.
they're black. No, they're red and black.
Hearts are red. Diamonds are red. Clubs and spades are black.
So then I'll get 2 chips.
2 chips from the bank.
And I will bet 5.
Pretty soon I'm not going to have anything to bet. What happens when that happens?
So right now, the way I have
I
it,
don't know.
so I got my wild card as a queen right now.
So you've got ace, joker, king, and queen.
I guess I could have laid down one more card, but I think my turn's over.
Okay, so you've got like an ace high, so you get the button.
You're going to have to do the managing of the poker terms.
Yeah.
So it's my turn?
Yes.
Okay, so 1 of these, yeah?
Yeah.
And 2 of these. Lord, have the mercy.
I'm not looking at yours. I'm looking at his up cards. You got a pair of aces?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Ace, king, queen, jack.
See, you got a joker, dude. That's a pair of aces.
Oh, well, yeah,
I mean,
sure.
it's a pair until you get a full...
Yeah.
Until you get a full straight.
Okay, I am going to play Baron von Doom, who is a bad guy. Each other player trashes an up card of their choice. If you played another bad guy this turn, but you haven't, put those cards in your trash.
Oh, man.
God.
So you guys got to put an up card in the trash.
Lyric?
I'm a bad guy.
Screwed me over.
I'm a bandit. Okay, so that's trash. And I don't have to play a poker card, do I?
According to this, you do.
Okay, well, fuck.
But you don't have to play more than one.
And then I have to raise?
You have to bet.
I bet one. Because I'm Poe.
All right.
Oh Lord, there's a bunch of ones everywhere.
Okay,
That's a legit poker pile right there.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Okay, so you do not beat Josh's pair of aces.
Yeah.
So you keep the button.
I assume people keep the button a lot more frequently at the... I feel like it switches players more often in the beginning of the game, and then as you guys compare cards, it becomes, more stable.
Alright. Yeah. I'm playing the dirty cheat.
Let me see.
Of course you are.
Rules.
The dirty cheat lets me steal any up card.
Bitch.
Give me that joker.
You're in character right now. Give me that joker.
And I'm going to play 3 trays. And I'm going to trade my 5 in for 5 ones.
Can I can't do the same, can I?
What's that?
Because I've got...
I'll bet one.
I can't bet one.
That gives you the button.
Gives me the button because I got 3 of a kind.
So I don't have... There's not enough ones over there, and I only have a 5. What does that mean?
Well, it means that we can make change.
Okay.
Take out 10 ones.
10? And that's 5. And there's 2.
Now that's a good question. Oh! Do the rules account for running out of chips?
I'm not sure.
Let's see.
If you can make change, it shouldn't.
And then I'll put the 5 over here?
Yeah.
I'm Poe. I'm a poor lady right now.
Oh man, that really screwed me up.
That's a whole
Hits
lot.
the game. So who wins the pile?
If you start your turn with the button, you win.
Okay, so if you've had it from the last round.
Yeah.
And
so
then
if nobody can beat that, if nobody can beat this 3 of a kind, when it gets back around to me, then I win this.
Okay. That actually makes it really easy to get to 40. Because I thought it would be each round, whoever has the button that round gets the hand. And that would make it, that could be a different game, a set of game rules where, if you want to keep the game going longer. And that I feel like that would be a lot more fast-paced as a poker game as a whole. Does
it tell you what... I'm sorry.
You're fine. I'm closing the thought. If you have the button at the end of the turn, you get the pile. I feel like that would make it a lot faster as the game entirely.
Does it explain more of the cards? Because the sheriff is ace in the hole.
You may play this card at any time.
Yeah. The ace in the hole ability can be played during an opponent's turn in case of stopping the effect of a roll card. Wait until your opponent has made all card-related gameplay choices for that roll before playing your ace in the hole. When a roll is stopped, it's trash with no effect.
So what is... I'm not sure what that means.
So, when I went to play the card that let me steal yours,
then
you could have been, I got an ace in the hole.
Okay.
So you can't, they have to draw their cards respectively, and it's when they play, that's when you can play the ace.
Yeah.
No, I stopped you from drawing cards.
Okay, so I'm
Shame
going
on
to
you.
play the prospector, because I don't like my hand. And I'm going to trash all poker cards in your stash and draw 4 poker cards.
When we run out of roll cards, is that it, or do we rotate them?
There are several instances where everything is cleaned up and put back into play. Actually, when somebody wins a hand, then everything is begun
Redone.
over.
Do we draw back to 5 cards?
No, you just draw 2 on a turn.
Okay.
So it's my turn?
Yes.
Did you get the button?
No,
You can't beat 3 of a kind?
not with an ace high.
Okay.
These are mumbo jumbo.
It means the highest card I have in my hand is an ace. That is
okay.
like, it's
Gotcha.
a 2 of a kind beats an ace. Beats an ace high.
But I have 3 because I got to walk.
Yeah.
There are 3s.
Cool. So my
There
turn.
are trays. It's your turn.
I really enjoy the artwork of these cards. They're like gorgeous to look at. And they all have quotes on the bottom of these cards. Like this one is, when you have a revolver, the odds are always on your side.
Yep.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
They improve at least by 6.
Yeah, some of these cards in their, what they say is a little unclear. Like, some of the definitions of the cards are like, so does that mean just me, or does that mean everybody?
And Jeff has a button, so he wants to play it.
No, you still have to go, right?
I won the hand because the turn started with my, with me having the button. My turn started with a button.
So that means that you don't really have to go this turn.
Right.
No.
Okay, so here's what happens when you win a hand. If your turn starts and you have the button, you win the hand. When you win a hand, take all the chips in a pot. See if someone else has 40 or more chips. If any player has 40 or more chips, and the game ends. If nobody does, the play continues until someone has 40 or more. Trash all up cards on the table. Reshuffle each deck. Everybody keeps their stashes. Shuffle each deck with its respective trash pile. Add 5 chips to the pot from the bank, and proceed as normal and take your turn.
This is 39 right here.
Wow.
So, all right.
And
so
you already have 2, so that makes you 41?
That gives me 41.
Does that mean you win the game?
If you have the button and 40
You win,
or more, then you win the game.
Yay!
That's simple.
That was really, like, you
One
expect, like,
hand.
oh, wow, this is going to take forever. Oh, someone won.
Somebody won. It's kind of reminiscent of the Flux games.
Yeah, very much so.
Where you
really-
God, this is going to take forever.
I really like those games because you're preparing for the worst, and then it wasn't as bad as you were expecting it to be. Which,
Yeah.
I'm not saying, like, this is a bad game. I'm just saying, like, I was bracing for a long gaming session.
Well,
Yeah.
It could be.
It
And
could
that-
be.
like-
If you got like 6 or 7 players.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what I was thinking is that what I mentioned earlier is if you every time the round ended, whoever had the button wins the pile. That would take a long time. Actually, that even might take a shorter time because that would mean that everybody gets at least some money.
There you go.
But then again, I don't know if we have enough poker chips for everybody to have close to 40.
Yeah.
So I guess it just depends on.
I mean, well, if you were really into it, you could totally just crack out the regular your regular at home box of poker chips, and you could make the stakes a lot higher. I mean, the whole thing about playing cards is making the stakes higher. So you could have the goal to be like 100 chips or 150 or 1,000 or make it with real money or.
Yeah.
Real money would be a cool. Whoever has $40 first.
Whoever has $40. I mean, that's actually gambling. So just depending on what.
Monopoly money. Let's say that.
Monopoly money.
That would be fun. I like this one. A man takes what's his unless I take it first.
Unless I
And
take
it's
it first.
It's a woman.
It's a woman.
So, closing thoughts. What do you think? I like it.
I like it
I
too.
enjoy it. It's a quick game that has it's actually what is I think the coolest thing about it is it actually uses real playing cards.
Yeah.
And the real playing cards are actually cool cards. I would take the cards out of this game and play it with actual poker because the artwork is really cool. I like the style. The rules are pretty simple, even though it doesn't say what happens anywhere in the book about if you run out of chips. If you run out of betting chips, it doesn't actually say anywhere that I could find. So that is one downside. So I'm gonna give this 4 axes because that one, it might have been an oversight and maybe something that is like. Well, you should know that you can sell your liver and get more chips.
I feel like when you
hock a watch or something.
I feel like when you run out of chips, like if the player runs out of chips, you're just out. Like that because you can't bet anymore, so you fold, and when
so
you
you
fold,
don't get the
you know, when you fold, that's it for you, and then
well, that's what it means in normal poker. Right?
That's
you
what I'm
run out of
saying.
chips, you know.
Well, this game is played like poker, so I feel like legitimate poker rules apply. So when you the player runs out of chips, you fold, which means you are no longer in competition for the button.
Right.
No, if you run out of chips during a round of poker, you go all in.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. It's been a while since I played poker.
So what happens when that comes in rotation? Like you go all in, then what happens?
It's been a while since I played poker. I don't want to say because I don't.
Well,
I don't know.
If you lose the hand, upon being all in, then you're out of the game.
Yeah, because you have no chips left. Exactly.
Okay, so I guess you just apply real life poker.
Actually, if somebody bets 5 chips and you only have 4, and you can't get chips from anywhere else, you're out of the game then as well.
So, but what happens when you all have chips, but there's none left in the bank? Does that just mean you play until someone runs out of chips?
Well, under normal circumstances, you would start using slips of paper, slabs of skin that are tattooed with
pennies or nickels or something.
Yeah, some kind of markers. If you have the money, the whole thing is about you having the money. If you have the money to buy the chips, it doesn't matter if the house runs out of chips or not. If you've got the money, then you get your chips worth of markers.
You can use like your magic card pennies, like the pile of pennies that you use for playing Magic the Gathering, and
there you go.
That counts as one.
Yeah.
So I think this was a really good game. I love the artwork. The rules were pretty straightforward. This is great for both people who are experienced in poker and those who are not, because I've only played poker maybe once or twice before. And I slowed the game down because I didn't know hardly any of the rules, but at the same time, this gives a great demonstration and great layout, very simplified layout for you to understand just enough to actually play poker. So going with the chip problem, I'm going to give it a 4.5 because I don't think it's enough for an actual point. The artwork is what is earning my favor in this game, is that it's freaking gorgeous.
It is.
So, yeah.
Actually, I'm going to up it by 0.5.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 4.5 too, just because the artwork is just so cool. It's very
I
authentic.
think that the stuff is shuffled.
Yeah, so I agree. I'm going to go with 4 out of 5 is fine with me. I didn't really, chip probably didn't really bother me. I think that's more of a players just kind of figure out what to do on that one.
Yeah.
Probably won't happen. I mean, if you're playing, how many people does it play up to?
4.
2 to 4? Yeah. We didn't really have that issue. I guess at that point you're just making change with the bank or something.
Yeah. But if you've got like a case of Texas Hold'em, your Texas Hold'em chips,
where the chips are like this high.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
That but
you gotta have 1,000 to save.
No, I was about to say then you play to 80.
Yeah.
4.5. I think 4.5 is a very good score. Very deserving of that.
Cool.
I feel like there's something missing. I don't know what it is. Maybe that the game ended so abruptly, but I feel like that's just poker.
Well, when you're playing with me, the game ends abruptly
because it kills everybody.
I've got some experience on the poker table. My grandma almost shot me once because I put my hands under the table. And she didn't know I was scratching my knee and thought I was going for another card, and she pulled her 45, and I thought I was done. But
this game it says 30 minutes, but I feel like that is that's like maximum. So this game didn't take us very long at all.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 minutes. So that's 4.5 for all of us. So
I say
it's Drawing Dead by Gold Baby Games, and apparently John Fiorillo
is the name of the box.
Is the name on the box. So buy yourself a box of John.
Or Bill.
What does this go for? Is there any prices on it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Google Gold Baby Games.
Do they have their website on here?
And give them a look and see what you think. We liked it. We enjoyed it quite a bit.
I don't know. It felt like there was something missing, but I can't quite put my finger on it. So I don't know what it is.
You gun one on the table. You're supposed to put your guns on table, hands on table, knives, other things. So that being said, on behalf of the whole cast and crew of the Dwarven Tavern, I am Dr. Jeff Goins.
I am Lyric.
And I'm Josh.
And we wish for you to want for nothing but adventure. And at first I feared it,
Then I charged.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.